What's going on, everybody? It's your observant lineman here, Uche Nwaneri. The other shoe has finally dropped. I think we all kind of saw this coming. The New York Jets making it official today. Robert Saleh holding a press conference for the Jets. They are making the switch. Zach Wilson has been benched by the New York Jets in favor of Mike White. We talked about this on Monday, me and Justin, on Lineman Life, in regards to the whole situation with Zach Wilson. The Jets are in a very peculiar situation when you have a top 3 pick in the NFL draft at quarterback. Now, this is a franchise that has had 2 top picks at quarterback in 5 years. So you're in a unique situation as a franchise when you have a quarterback who has underperformed. I mean, underperforming is actually a bit of an overstatement. He has been hot garbage as a quarterback. So this is a quarterback who hasn't performed to the level that you expect of a top pick at this point in his career. Now, if you look at his draft class, you can see all through this draft class that these quarterbacks like Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, you're beginning to see progress. Justin Fields is really the shining light that's left in Chicago. Those fans up there are happy at least to know that they have a future with him if they can build correctly around Justin Fields. But Zach Wilson is in a totally different situation than Justin Fields. You look at Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, arguably generational talent who should be, lifting this franchise to new heights in Jacksonville. Well, his first year is kind of a wash. A lot of people don't even necessarily count it because of the situation with Urban Meyer. You had a once-in-a-lifetime fail in the NFL, in the hiring of a head coach who literally nearly broke a franchise, Nobody could blame Trevor Lawrence for not really showing much progress in his first season. There was not much that he was in control of in that regard. So, that makes it much harder to, really nail down whether or not he's going to have the ability to grow as a player. But now in his second season, we see, even though he had some struggles early on, a little bit of inconsistency, we're starting to see Trevor Lawrence make all the throws. We're starting to see him have the pocket presence. He's protecting the ball for the offense, not just handing it away, like we're seeing with Zach Wilson. With both of these comparables, you can even take away the play on the field because, yes, that is what matters the most. But let's take the stats out of it for a second because, Zach Wilson's stats are horrible as well. 55% in the games that he's played in this season, 55% completion rate, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, not very good. But you take that away and you look at the intangibles that you're supposed to have in a quarterback. And he fails almost across the board. And we saw the culmination of all these flaws in the press conference that he had when they asked him if he thought that the offense let the defense down in their 10-3 loss to the New England Patriots. And his simple, cold, kind of deflective answer was no. That may not be the point where this began, but that was the point that tipped the scales completely against Zach Wilson, because now you're in a situation where the locker room is now in jeopardy because of your actions. Okay, but here we have breaking news from Adam Schefter. This is his tweet. Breaking: during a team meeting minutes ago, Jets players were informed that Zach Wilson is not starting Sunday's game versus the Chicago Bears. Sources tell ESPN. Wilson, who had a 5-2 record as a starting QB this season, with both losses coming versus the Pats, is being benched. So, that is the official, not the official, that is Adam Schefter giving his official word on the New York Jets situation with Zach Wilson, but also the press conference from Robert Saleh, where he makes it official himself. He's very, very straightforward with his words. Let's take a listen to what he says here.
We're going to roll with Mike White. It's the same things we talked about when we elevated him to the second spot. It feels like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We know he's fully capable. He's started in this league. He's won games for us. And and we just want to give him an opportunity.
So there you have it. Robert Saleh coming out in the press conference, giving the official word on the situation with Zach Wilson. Now, for me, I look at this and I say, I've been through those situations where you have a quarterback who gets sat down because of performance, and that's a hard thing for an offense to react to. Zach Wilson really did create a very big problem in the locker room with that press conference. That was something that really kind of shifted the balances from the coaching staff in the locker room against him, because what he did in saying that was he was completely disregarding anything about that game that the defense had accomplished to keep them in it. Actually, almost feels as if he wanted them to do more. That's completely railroading your defense. You're throwing them under the bus. And that is something that is a cardinal sin in team sports, especially. In team sports, especially. And football, I mean, that's as low down as you can get from a professional standpoint. To throw an entire unit under the bus because you don't want to take any accountability for your role in how the game played out. Because, everybody in the room knows that you're a big reason why they lost that game. All you have to do is look at the film, which we'll do here in a second. Now, moving forward for the Jets, it's about to be December. This is the most crucial point of the football season, and you cannot afford to have a quarterback who is completely inept back there running the offense, because you're going to just see more of what you saw against the Patriots. And it almost defies game planning, because if you look at some of the things that he did in that game, these are things that you make mistakes. You make mistakes like that because you don't know the play, not because you didn't, you just made a bad read. You're not even thinking of the same play that you called. You're running a different play in your head than what you called out of your mouth. Let's take a look here at this play. And this play is one that people probably seen this, but this is a play that kind of sums up the situation for Zach Wilson. You've got good protection. Wide receiver has just split between the corner, the safety, and the nickel. He is already through. He's already in stride. You're looking at him. You have, and time is running out. You need to just throw this. You can put air under this and let him run under it in the back of the end zone. You're looking at him. What are you doing? Even if you were looking at him, this would flash across your face. Now he's panicked. And he just runs. I mean, we could take a look at it from the end zone. You actually have decent enough protection here. You've got a pocket. Right now, you should be getting ready. You should be stepping in to throw this ball. You've got good protection here. Yes, your left tackle gets beat late, but you have had a chance at this point to survey this entire side of the field. And this is a free runner right there. There is a free runner. Free runner right behind 32. He's level with 32. As a quarterback in the league, as a vet, as a second-year player, I mean, that's the easy one, because they blew this. His eyes are stuck in the backfield. He doesn't know that there's a receiver running right up the seam. I mean, they're even anticipating him running. They're not even paying attention. And he missed it. So as you can see, things have been out of sorts for Zach Wilson, top to bottom, as a quarterback for the Jets. Robert Saleh has made the call, and now the new era of Mike White in New York. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think it was the right time to get rid of Zach Wilson, to bench him for the Jets? Do you think that maybe they should have let him play a little bit longer? Hey, you're winning ugly, but you're winning. I know there are some people who probably think as long as you're winning games, don't fix what ain't broke. But, The quarterback is clearly broken, in my opinion, here in New York. But you guys let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Uche Nwaneri, your observant lineman. I appreciate you guys very much for being in here, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.